All right, before I forget to record some stuff. So we went to Diesel Truck Wars, did pretty good. Didn't win nothing, but truck still runs. Yes, it's on jack stands. I'm doing a little oil pan modification. And while my buddy's doing that, I'm gonna be fixing some stuff back here. So battery box is out. I have a bracket that goes on the frame. It's gonna go underneath. And I want to move the fuel cell down, and I'm also replacing the fuel pump setup. I know it's kind of last second. I might actually leave that there. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see how far I get. But those fuel pumps are gonna go. You kind of see them. Oops, sorry. Air motives. I'm gonna get rid of those. I got an Air Dog 220, so this is gonna be the project for this video. A couple days later, weather permitting, it's been raining. We're not gonna get to this yet. So first we're gonna fix some little issues. So I had to throw the old pan on because I took the aluminum pan off, so I could put baffles in it. But there's the girdle. I'm gonna change the pickup tube gasket while I'm in here, and put the pan back on. All right, oil pan's back on. My pickup tube gasket was actually on the wrong way. I wish I took a video of that because people should know that it goes one way and it'll fit the other way, but it'll be over the hole the oil goes through. But I fixed that. Everything's torqued down tight. I'm gonna let the silicone set and move on to the back of the truck. All right, another day, back at it. Put some oil in it. I got both the motor back down. Catch can breather, tranny, and a couple other things, and then we'll finally get to what we're gonna do. So, another day, we are cutting the back of the bed out. Took everything apart. I've decided this is gonna be the easiest route. I know I went through the whole thing of putting the bed in, the wheel wells in, but we want to go fast, so let's do this. There we go. This piece is actually pretty heavy. That's about, gotta be 20, 30 pounds. But back in business. I'm almost tempted to go all the way now. I might leave it like this for now, just so the wheel tub's there, but I probably won't. Knowing me, I'm probably just gonna cut all this out and start again. But I'm thinking about making new supports for the backside once I get to that point. But we're gonna clean this up, start taking the fuel system off, because we got that Air Dog to put on. All right, that's about like, I'm not even kidding you, probably like 25 minutes later, I got the whole side cut out. I'm honestly glad I did it this way. I'm gonna fix this up. I'm gonna leave a little structure here, so I got something to bite down on. I'm gonna make mounts off of it. But for now, I'll do it the getaway. I'll leave this one there, and I'll leave that one there. So I'm gonna cut this side out. Honestly, dude, this is probably gonna be at least 200 pounds out of this thing. That's pretty heavy, that's pretty heavy. That's got some weight. I still got a whole nother side to do. So let me finish this up. And just like that, that side's out. I'm gonna get that floor out, take my nitrous bottle bracket off real quick, and figure out a game plan for mounts so I could cut all this out. Because this whole support and that support back there is super heavy. So yeah, it's a lot of weight. Let's get into the fives. Hopefully. And there she is. Just about full gut, except for this and that beam. But like I said, I'm gonna make the supports first because everything's centered. Then cut that shit out, and then cut the back part out. And I have like nice Zeus clips too, so I'll make everything removable, look kind of nice. But this is what I can afford. Can't afford fiberglass right now, so this is what we're doing. All right, so this is what we're coming up with. So this is just tacked in. I did it like this a while ago, but I'm trying these Zeus clips, so that's how I'm gonna set them up for right now. I'm gonna put a little brace in between the bottom and then do the same thing on the tops over there. But I'm gonna blast this in and that in, and then hopefully drill those holes out so I can get that locked in on this side. And then I could do the same for that side and then down there too. Cool. That's that. They're not perfect, but That one's a little different spot than the other one. For some reason, this side sat a little bit different from that side, maybe because of the holes I used to line it, but everything looks uniform, so I'm okay with that. We're not going for a show truck here, so welds came out pretty good though. Not bad for a little hobo freight welder. Now let's set these Zeus clips up, and then maybe we'll cut this whole piece out. All right, that's one side. I mean, not too bad. I'm no professional at these, but this dent was already there. We're gonna go with that. But those things are pretty solid. So once we cut that out, well, I gotta do that side. So we'll finish this up, and I'll do that side, and then we'll cut this out. All right, I skipped a bunch of steps, but see what we got. So everything's kind of like boogered in there. It's like solid. I put this support in here because it had a decent amount of flex, but for the back of it, that's pretty good. I still got to do the corners and stuff, but that looks pretty sick. So right now I'm fitting the fuel cell. I got it kind of off-centered to the passenger side because I'm going to put the air dog right there, and I'm not too sure how much room I need, so I'd rather a little bit extra, but that looks pretty good. So I think, so what I did was, this is 1.1/8 tubing. It's like 52 wall, and then 2-inch flat stock, straight across, bolted down, welded on there, and it should be good. I'm just gonna do a couple more measurements, make sure it looks straight in the back of the truck, so it's not like kicked, but I'm pretty happy with that. And that's the fuel cell mount. Not the prettiest, but it's honestly better than I used to have in there. I'm gonna round the edges, I'll rib nut it, so I could have it removable, but that ain't going nowhere. That looks pretty good. Let me put the fuel cell on it. There she is. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. It's pretty straight, a little off-centered, like I said, for the air dog. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Not bad for driveway shit. All right, skip ahead a little bit. So these are the front halves. Don't MIG welded. They're not perfect. They're not going to be, but they're going to hold. So I'm going to do the same support like I did in the back right there. This is already pretty solid, and it's not even bolted down yet. I got to do Zeus clips, and Zeus clips, obviously. So let me get the support on. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so that looks pretty sick, actually. We're gonna go with that. So that bar is level with this bar. I know it's on jack stand, so I'm just going off of frame level to truck level. So whatever's level with the frame should be straight on the truck, in theory, but let me blast that in. Okay, so we skipped ahead, kind of finished, welded everything, and painted it. We're doing rib nuts to the front of the bed, and I got little spacers I made. But yeah, let me wrap this up because this video is getting long and drawn out. There we go. I trim up those little tabs. I kind of use that for the spacers. I mean, I might paint them black, but they don't look too bad. I got that idea from Horse Torques on YouTube. He did that on his 3rd gen, but I kind of like that. Made it solid, so I can still street drive this thing, technically. But yeah, tomorrow we'll do the fuel system. All right, just back on the ground. I skipped ahead. So air dog's all hooked up, ran the lines, 5/8 lines, 1/2 inch out, return line right to the fuel cell. Everything was pretty much already set up, so I just had to make it work. Kind of re-ran the wiring and the lines. I made the air dog harness work with my harness. I just put a Deutsch plug under there. I still got to do the sending unit. I got a different one because that one doesn't work. But my biggest excitement is this lithium battery. Anti-gravity batteries. I hear good things about them, so we're going to try it. And the good thing about it is literally 18 pounds. It's 1,800 cold cranking amps, 60 amp battery, so should work out pretty good. But I'm gonna wrap this up and get that hooked up and see if we can start it up. Cool. Pretty solid. Very happy with that. Might tie that corner up, but it looks good. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Can't do the battery because my battery box that I have doesn't work, so I gotta get another one. But yeah, thanks again, guys. Appreciate it. Try to keep up with the videos again. Before I go, quick peek. Shoo. All right, thanks, guys.